Okay, Ron, back with another question.
Great.
Ron, from a previous question, is there a fine line as a sovereign being to rule on your kingdoms with kindness and love instead of ruling as a person or being that's controlling an experience?
It's a good question, and our the way we live our life, it would seem that um, we're the ones in control of those experiences. Um, I'm not sure that that's really true, though. When we send it out there, it's kind of like a shooting arrow up in the sky where it lands. I don't know. It's like one of those experiences. It's not really controlled to some extent, and at other times it is. So, a sovereign, the sovereignty of an individual means that there's nobody else that's controlling their lives. I am the sovereign. I am Lord God of my being. When I do my commands, I take that small portion of prime creator, which is me, and it's just as if it's him as well. And I have the power to command my little part of little bit of intelligence that is a connection to, let's call it a link or whatever, to prime creator as part of his intelligence. I have part of that in me, and that's what I'm using to command for the things that I want. Okay, so as a sovereign, it has nothing to do with this is my kingdom here and that's your kingdom over there and that's your land and there's always ownership associated with earthly kingdoms, and they also have own the people. All of that stuff is very low vibrational kingdoms, and that's not an encouraging thing to do or to even think about. We come from love because we're creating love wherever we go. It's who we are. We are the creation of love, and it manifests in many different ways in our lives. So some people create lives like kings and knights and all that sort of stuff. And they have their wars. Um, this is designed by those who need wars to live off of, and that's who is in control of our third dimension experience here on this earth until now. We get a chance to change everything. Imagine there's no opposition to us anywhere in our lives. Imagine what you can do if you don't have any opposition. Wow. Um, we'll be able to create what we want to create, and we'll have everything we need to do the creating that we want to create. Okay, so therefore we can focus our kingdoms in kindness and love instead of ruling as as a controlled experience that is more having to do with third dimension kingdoms where they're fighting each other, trying to gain more land, trying to whatever it is they're trying to, why they institute a war. We really understand why war is instituted, because there's a way for them to get all kinds of money, the bad guys to get all kinds of money, sell their arms that they've been producing, and the negative energies feed the dark side people. It's just what they do. They love it. They can't create it themselves, so they need us to create it for them. Now, as a sovereign, I'm not going to do that for them anymore. I'm the one in charge of my life. And I'm going to protect that kingdom. I'm going to protect that sovereignty, my domain, my kingdom, as I'm the king and there's a kingdom. And that's because the ladies get a kingdom of their own. Let's call it a queendom. And we can all co-locate together in peace and harmony, and that's the important thing about it. So there's something in our minds that says this kingdom, and you're trying to introduce the concept of kingdom, and yet the earthly concepts of kingdoms doesn't apply. But the idea that I am the king of my domain is accurate. I am the king of my domain. And my next door neighbor lady is the queen of her domain. And she lives over there and I live over here. And occasionally we say hello. So I try to create a peaceful and loving kingdom. So who is the kingdom? I am the kingdom. It's mine. It's who I am. So I hope this helps.
Very good. Great answer, Ron. I thank you for that. And we'll stop here and be right back with another question.
Okay.